Be blessed by the divine. May the Almighty force and our Guru protect us, guide us, lead us, support us day and night at all times and all places and in all our duties. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Moon was transiting through Venus Nakshatra. I had mentioned at the end of closure of last week that don't carry any long positions today. Market is likely to be bearish as the day begins. But then we also thought that once Moon transits out of Venus Bharani Nakshatra into Kritika Nakshatra, market might revive, but it has not revived throughout the day. It actually went down by a further 0.5, 0.6% after that. So let's see why it happened today astrologically. And then let's plan for tomorrow. What is going to happen? Again, we will take the Nifty 1 hour chart and we will analyze for consistency purposes. Okay. So today, Moon started the day at 9:15 a.m. in Bharani Nakshatra. Moon was in Aries in Bharani Nakshatra, and the star lord was Venus. And Venus was retrograde in the morning, and it had just about transiting into the Uttaravatravada Saturn Nakshatra, also conjoined with Saturn, Rahu on one side, and conjunct with retrograde Mercury on the other side, making it extremely weak. So we obviously expected the market to be bearish today. That absolutely was no doubt that the market was going to open gap down, and that's really what happened in the morning. However, the market did recover quite a bit. So let's look at the 1 hour chart. So if you look at the 9:15 candle here, the market opened at 23,365, which was around uh, 150 points from closure. 23,500 was the closure, and 23,365 was the opening today. So that's about 120, 130 points minus it opened today. But then it recovered. It recovered close to around 80, 90 points. And that 1 hour candle closed at around 23,456, which was just a mere 39 points below yesterday's closure. But then the next candle came in and it fell 227 points, almost 1% fall. This was anticipated. This green candle was clearly, it was not a green candle, it is still a red candle. From yesterday's perspective, it was minus 40%, 40 points. So it was minus 0.17%. The next candle was also anticipated, no doubt about it. And then around 11:15 candle, I did expect the market to recover a little bit. Okay. And I knew that this is not going to be a major fall from there, but still it fell by 19 points, 11:15 to 12:15, 12:15 to 1:15 fell 17 points, and 1:15 to 2:15 fell at around 30 points. Then it recovered at around 2:15 by about 13 points, and mild recovery of 5 points between 3:15 and 3:30. So the market closed at 23,179. 23,180 it closed at. So tomorrow Moon will be in Kritika Nakshatra, but Moon will move away from Aries into Taurus. So let's look at tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, Moon would have moved into the at around 9:15 at 2nd April, would have moved into actually Rohini Nakshatra. Would have moved into Rohini Nakshatra. In general, Moon in Moon's own Nakshatra market will be slightly bearish. But again, this is not 100% uh, correlation there, about 70%, 75% correlation. We have also seen moon in moon star recovering reasonably well also in the past. The moon will have no connection with a retrograde planet of Mercury or Venus or Rahu or Saturn, and Jupiter continues to be in Rohini Nakshatra. Mars continues to be in Jupiter's Punarvasu Nakshatra. These two planets should be able to support the market to some extent, but Moon is looking a little weak tomorrow. Okay. So with that, let us analyze the 1 hour chart and we look at the parameters. Technical analysis we will do. So we have done the astrological analysis. We know that the market can be a little bearish tomorrow, but Jupiter and Mars is giving support. Moon has got no connection with the retrograde planet or Rahu or Saturn. So chances of it recovering from this is also a definite possibility as such. Okay, so with this, let us quickly analyze and decide what should be our trading plan for tomorrow, just to be consistent with the whole approach of whatever we have done so far. We have been looking at the 1 hour chart of Nifty 50 so that we are very clear as to how we can trade it with the same chart, with the same parameters, the same setup. Okay. Sometime on 18th of March 2025 at around 11:15 a.m., we are seeing a golden crossover of Nifty, the 20 moving average going above the 50 moving average. A bullish confirmation happened, and we also shall add the ADX. On that particular day, the ADX was 22.80, which is a no trade zone for us. We don't want to trade until we see ADX go above 25, which happened on the same day, 18th of March 2025 at 1:15 p.m. 1:15 to 2:15 p.m. candle. We have seen it go up, and from then onwards, we decided to continue to be on the long side, and the market hadn't really breached our targets. However, on 25th of March 2025 at 10:15, we are seeing that the market had reached a kind of a bearish move there. Okay, the market fell by 0.29%. Then again, it fell by a little bit of percentage. The next few hours, it was trading sideways, and there was a nice good fall on the 26th of March 2025. We know that we fell by around 1% or so. But then it recovered once again on the 27th of March, and I had shown you how I had taken a CE trade on that day, BTST trade, and how I have made money. And I've exited when I saw that the market was touching 23,600 and was not going up further from there, exited from the market. And I've also shown you that the market is the 20 period moving average is slowly turning bearish. And I had mentioned that on Friday also, that it is beginning to slope down, while the uptrend of 50 moving average was not really sloping up any further, but slowly becoming flat. Okay. So today at around 12:15 candle, if you see, there is a death crossover. There is a death crossover. So let's write that down in the first place. Okay. On 1 hour candle. All right. This is not showing here. Okay. Open and then edit it. Just just a second, please. Not too very comfortable with this. Okay, let's just write it here. 1 hour Nifty. We are seeing at 12:15 p.m. today, that is 1st April 2025, death crossover. So this is the first most important point for us to take. Okay, so we are seeing a death crossover happening there. So that is the first alarm that we must keep in mind that, hey, come on. So the market is going to be a bit bearish from here on. So we cannot go long, okay, on Nifty anymore. Okay. Now, what about the ADX? Let's just see ADX to see if ADX is also confirming this, then we must be able to get rid of this. Now, we have seen a crossover. So let's just get rid of this particular thing here. And then we will add ADX. Okay. Now, here is ADX. Right. On at 3:15 p.m. candle, ADX is 32.77. 1 hour ADX 14 is 32.77. This we know is bullish. Okay. Now, when we see a death crossover, we know this is bearish. Now, two indicators. The MA 2050. Okay, we'll just say MA 2050 is showing bearish, but ADX is showing bullish. That probably means that now Nifty is going to be stuck in a range. Okay, it's probably going to be stuck in a range. If, of course, the death crossover turns out to be only a temporary phenomena, it could bring back the market again. Today, of course, the market went down to close to 29.96, and then it has closed. ADX is close to 32.77. And in our WhatsApp group, when Amit Jingran asked me a question, I said, it looks like the market is not going to fall further from here. Clearly, it was showing that there is going to be mild recovery that is possible. I said, let's wait and see. Okay. So that's exactly what I'm seeing here in the last two candles. There has not been a further significant fall in the market, but the volumes have not come in yet. Okay, we want to see a huge volume, but we are seeing a good green candle compared to a red candle here and a red candle here. There has been a better green candle. 4 hours of red candle had been there. 1 hour a good candle, but 4 hours of red candle and then the green candle. I will wait for the volume data to come today. Whether the FII has sold, DII has sold, or who has actually sold in the market for it to fall like this. Okay. But nevertheless, we did not have anything going long for us. I did not have any CE positions open, no call position, no long positions open, okay, from previous days. Okay, all closed. And I'd also mentioned that it is going to be a no trade for us today. We will wait and see how the market is going to behave. We have a bullish bias on Nifty 50 simply because ADX is above 25. ADX is above 25 means that definitely we have a bullish bias on Nifty 50. But the 2050 moving average showing a death crossover is a bit of a concern. Now, what do we do tomorrow? Okay, let's put back the moving average. Okay, MA cross. Let's take 2050 moving average, MA cross, and we will change this to 2050, which is a much more conservative kind of a thing. 926 is a very aggressive number. We don't want that. Okay, so we have added that today. Right. Now we are seeing that the market closed at 23,179.70, but the 20 period moving average is 23,447.60. So let's write that down. Today's last hour MA20 is 23,446.80. Okay, this is an important point for us to consider. Right. And what about MA50? MA50 is as 23,507.72. Okay. And we know astrologically, right? Moon in moon star, Rohini Nakshatra, market can be mildly bearish. Okay. We'll just put it as bearish. But considering Jupiter and Mars has no connection with the retrograde planets, etc., this is a bullish. So medium long-term trend, we're still looking at bullish. There is a bullish bias in the market. So astrologically, we shall say that there is a bullish bias still in the market. And we know that looking at ADX, we still have a bullish bias in the market. But what happens is the market closed. What price did it close? It closed way below our 20 moving average, 23,179, 970. Okay, this is way below our MA20. Okay, so now either the market should recover to catch up with MA20, which it will eventually. Okay, may happen tomorrow, may happen 3, 4 days, 5 days, 10 days from now, may potentially happen. Okay, and then it needs to MA20 must cross over MA50. When it happens, it'll definitely happen. Now, option buying is ruled out of question. Okay. Now, if you are interested, you can be a PE buyer, PE seller tomorrow. Okay. If you are a PE seller, so it requires much more margin. I am not a seller, I'm a buyer. So I'm not going to be buying anything tomorrow. I'm going to just keep quiet and watch. So option buying is ruled out of the question because I don't have a strong bullish bias here. I'm seeing a 2050 moving average turned out to be a death crossover. So there is a bearish bias. But 1 hour ADX is showing bullish. Okay. And I am seeing that the closure is way below MA20. Way below MA20. Okay. For me to feel comfortable about this. And astrologically, I am seeing a conflicting signal here. So either the market will catch up with MA20, which it will definitely over a period of time, or the market should crash further. It could crash further. Okay, it's not like it cannot crash further. Why it cannot crash further, I will explain to you. Let's go to a daily time frame. Okay. Now, on the daily time frame, if you see the market has come down like this. Now, let's look at the right. Okay. Now, if you look at it, the 50-day moving average is trading above the 20-day moving average. So it has been a bullish bias, even though the market had attempted to go up from here to here. We have seen that this is a point where the market turned death crossover. This was on 3rd, 4th, 6th of January 2025. From that point till today, market had not gone really bullish. We're still seeing the 2050 moving average working underneath, but we are seeing this is going up a little bit. The 20 period moving average is going up on a daily time frame. So this is not really a good situation for us. We want to see on a daily basis, on a daily chart, the 20 moving average trading above the 50 moving average, but that's not happening here. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's just add one more indicator, which is our ADX. Now, ADX is at 2657. It was at around 2264 and then went up to 24, 25, 26, 20, 26, 27, and then from 27 it has dropped down to 2657. So there is a bullish bias on the ADX time frame, but MA crossover is showing bearish bias. Again, conflict. Okay. So it's not a highly comfortable situation for us on a for a swing trading on Nifty. It's not like I can buy today, expect the market to bounce back tomorrow. Okay, let's see if we can really be bullish in the market over a longer period of time. Let's take the weekly chart. In the weekly chart also, we are seeing a death crossover about 3 weeks ago on the 24th of February 2025. Okay, on 24th of February 2025, 20-week moving average falling below the 50-week moving average. So it has continued to be so for the last about 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks or so. And we are not seeing a bullish bias in the market at this point of time. Okay. Now, having said that, the ADX is also showing 16.32, which is too weak. It has not really gone above 25 for us. So this is showing a bearish weakness. No trend, basically. I can't say it's bearish. I say no trend. I don't see a strong trend coming up in the market for us to go long on a positional basis. So if the weekly trend is looking up, and the strength of the trend is also doing good. If the ADX is doing well, MA crossover is doing well, then it would have made sense for us to really go super bullish on the market. But right now, the super bullish uh, bias is not possible. It is giving a conflicting signal. So, as an option buyer, no trade tomorrow, sit back, relax, and watch the market, and then see how the market plays out by end of the day, and then come back to you with a better plan for day after tomorrow. There is no reason for us to trade every day. Okay, if you are taking only one particular script, right? Of course, there are multiple scripts, multiple instruments that you have. You can look at Bank Nifty, you can look at Nifty, you can look at Sensex, for instance. I don't think Sensex will be anything significantly different from Nifty, but nevertheless, you can choose whichever instrument you want. The plan will be something very similar to this. You have to decide what is your trading plan for tomorrow if you are a day trader today itself. You cannot do impulse trading for tomorrow. I hope this message is very clear. No impulse trade tomorrow. Create a very clear trading plan for tomorrow, today, at the end of the day, whenever you can sit down, analyze the way I have analyzed for you, both astrologically and technically, and any other parameter you want to consider, you consider it. But You don't need to really learn price action. You don't need to learn the chart, candlesticks and things like that. It's enough for you to just take these few indicators that I have given you, and you can definitely do a good trade. Wait for a good day, wait for a good swing to come, and then you can enter and exit, and you can definitely make 30% money on the traded capital. If your capital is 1 lakh, and if you're trading with, let's say, 15 to 20,000 rupees per trade, you can certainly look at 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees on a 1 lakh capital is 5%. Even if you do one trade a month, 5% is how much it is. We are talking about 10 times more than the savings bank interest rate that you are likely to get. I hope this particular lesson is useful for you, and I hope you will be able to get the best out of this. I hope you will be able to find innovative, creative ways to protect and multiply your capital and achieve financial freedom. Be blessed by the divine. Krishang, absolutely right that you need to start with paper trading. Okay, now whatever I'm showing you here is not real trading. I'm not recommending real trading. I'm only telling you that you must do paper trading. 100 trades you do, then you will be able to find out how the market is going to behave, whether your trade setup is going to be better or for worse. Please understand that 98% of the traders are impulsive traders. Okay, I am teaching you how not to be an impulsive trader. Plan for your trade ahead of time. What am I telling you? I am telling you the what is the instrument you are going to trade on. Number one. Second, what is the bias? That is, what is the trend that you are analyzing? Okay, what is your uh, based on the trend? What is your uh, long or short? What are you going to do in the market? Okay, you're going to go long or you're going to go short. Take a decision on that. And what is the entry you're going to have? What is the exit you're going to have? What is your stop loss you're going to have? All of this you need to plan. If you are a day trader, plan this 1 day in advance. Plan this 1 day in advance. If you are a scalper, plan 1 hour in advance. Okay, don't do impulse trading. I see RSI is coming down. Let's enter. RSI can come down. It can attempt to go back, and again it can fell. We don't know. RSI based trading is not stable. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do Bollinger Band and say that, okay, on Bollinger Band, okay, it has come to the lowest extreme and it'll definitely bounce back from there. No clue. I will show you. Okay, just for you to understand why any of these systems will fail if you don't do it clearly. Okay, let's actually go to, right, let's take this one. This is much better. Okay, let's do Bollinger Band. Let's say that you work with Bollinger Band on a 3-minute scalping, let us take. Okay, if you take the 3-minute scalping, there is really no specific method to this at all. Anything can happen. For instance, the if you see here at 1239, it went and touched the higher range of the Bollinger Band, came to the lower range. If you had taken a trade saying that from this at 1303, the market is going to bounce back, it would have bounced back only by a very small number, by about 11 points, but then it fell again. And then if you expected at around 130 to take a better Bollinger Band up, it would have gone up a little bit. Again, that points would have been not more than about 20 to 30 points. Again, it would have fallen to the same level, right? So anything is possible with Bollinger Band. You cannot say that it will work very well. Now here, in this Bollinger Band also, if you see, morning it started with very bad number and then it recovered, went up all the way, it fell down here. And if you expected the market to go up here, no, it fell down further. Okay, and then it attempted to recover, fell further, attempted to recover, fell further, recover, fell further. So it's important to first judge the trend. If you are a 3 minute scalper, start with the 15 minutes trend. Okay. Now, in the 15 minutes trend, get rid of your Bollinger Band. That's not what you want. What you want is on a daily basis, what is your resistance and uh, what is your essential um, support range. Now, here is where the resistance 23,600 had remained a resistance zone for a while at this point of time. Today, of course, it went here. It is 23,565. So the market it required a huge volume to pierce this. But what is the trend you can see here? For a short period of time, the trend had been a bearish trend. Okay. From here to here, it went bullish. And from here to here, it went bearish till 11:30. At what point of time will you enter? All of this you need to plan well in advance. If you are going to be a 3 minute scalper, you need to plan with a 15-minute chart. In this 15 minute chart, you're really not seeing any trend at all. This is stuck. The market has been stuck today in this range. Okay. So you need to decide what are you going to trade in this. If you are an option seller, could have made a little bit of a money because after 11:30, not before that. After this, you could have made some amount of money simply because the market was in a range. In a ranging market, once again, if you are selling uh, put, then you should have sold a put here. And if you were buying, if you are selling a call, you should have done a call somewhere here. Okay, maybe a little bit of money you would have made today, right? But not much of a money could have been made even as an option buyer as such or option seller as such in the market, unless you have been able to catch this upswing and this downswing, which was nearly impossible for anybody to predict. We knew that the market was going to be bearish at least until up to 11 a.m. in the morning. That was the only possible astrological input, but technically, even that was not showing. So, therefore, conflicting signals would not have allowed us to take any trade whatsoever. So, please understand how to trade with astrology and with technical analysis and making sure that you can succeed. Now, Krishang, you don't need a paper trading software. You just take a notebook like this, a paper and a pen, and write down your trade and wait. Or an Excel sheet, you write down why you are entering, what price you are entering, when you are entering, and what is the criteria for exit, when will you exit, what is your stop loss, what is the logic behind it. Now, I'm insisting that you work on a trading system. That is essentially what I am trying to teach you here. I hope all of you will succeed eventually in building your own trading system. Any system is good. I'm not saying you should follow the system that I'm teaching you. This is a beginner system, very fundamental, and I am not a technical analyst. Talk to your investment counselor, investment advisor, build a trading system. Make sure that your trading system is robust and giving you 80, 90%, 70% success of trade and succeed. That's all I am influencing you at this point of time. All the very best to you. Any questions? Any doubts? Anybody having any questions? Please feel free to raise your hands and I will allow you to unmute yourself. Okay, guys, take care of yourself. I will see you tomorrow at around 3:30 p.m. for the roundup class. Thank you. Good luck. Be blessed by the divine. Bye.